This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Streaming live across the nation online on www.onecast.in, numeral1cast.in, on your Mumbai radio sets, 94.3 in the FM band, and only if you're not driving. You're in the back seat of a chauffeur-driven car, back seat of a radio taxi at home or at work, and you don't have a radio set, we're streaming video live. Facebook.com/radio1.mum, RADIOONE.mum. Rohith and Ankita are in studio. They're originally from Madras and Bengaluru, respectively, Chennai and Bengaluru. But like they say, of no fixed address, and you will find out why over the course of the next hour. What's up, Rohith? What's up, Ankita? How are you?
All good.
All
Thank
good?
You.
Yeah.
So good to be here.
So I know that, fundamentally the travel bug has bitten the two of you. Rohith, you in particular, because you're a biker, and just give us a background of what you've done with your bike.
Okay, I've been riding around for the past 2.5 years now. I rode across 35 countries on different motorcycles. So started in India, went to Southeast Asia, and then went to Europe on motorcycle, and then came back to India and started whatever I'm doing now.
And Ankita, you haven't had a set of motorcycle wheels under you, but you fundamentally have wheels on your heart. You've actually backpacked all across South America. Yeah. A bit about your background, like he just gave us his.
So I've been traveling for the past 3 years. It started with a solo backpacking trip across Vietnam, and then it went all over Asia. And so last year I just came back from like a 4-month-long backpacking trip across South America, which was very, very cool and very, very fun.
Like the motorcycle diaries without the motorcycle. But they say that South America is like nothing prepares you for South America. We know traditional urban myths like Pablo Escobar and bits of Shakira and bits of Che Guevara, but there's more to it than all of that, isn't it?
There's so much more to it than that, and especially like I was quite surprised how much narco tourism had affected Colombia, especially. It was really interesting because there's so much to see there, right? From like wildlife to like just amazing landscapes, just like nothing that I've ever seen in my life. Like I went to the Galapagos Islands, which is very planet Earth famous. So there are a lot of like species there that don't exist anywhere else in the world. So it was really, really interesting to explore that, and I explored it pretty extensively as well, because like 4 months is a long time. So I really spent like good enough time in each country that I visited.
And you look pretty Colombian. So.
Exactly. Everyone thought I was Latina. It was so much fun. They would start talking to me in like really fast Spanish, and I would just like be like, okay.
How good is your Spanish? You must have picked up a lot.
It's not bad, because I had like very, very basic knowledge of Spanish, and when I landed, that's when I realized that it is nothing like how Southeast Asia is. Like like in airports and stuff, everybody speaks in English in Southeast Asia, but in South America, not so much. So over the course of the 4 months, I kind of picked up stuff, and I could have like a normal conversation with like a cab driver, but that was my extent of Spanish.
Now, what's of particular interest to me is that you call yourself Misfit Magellan.
Yep.
And Ankita is Monkey Inc. Explain, people. Come on.
Misfit because I've always been a misfit. Never used to fit in a square or a circle. So that is Misfit. Magellan was the first guy who circumferenced the earth. So I want to like do something similar to that on a motorcycle. So that's how the name Misfit Magellan came. But I also had 10 minutes to come up with this name and like get all the social handles going.
Are you serious?
Yeah, like so I like...
Who's putting a gun to your head, man, in the same 10 minutes?
Had a lot of brands at that time to like start the thing. So but it was good fun to like come up with this name, and it stuck after that.
And Monkey Inc.?
I haven't been asked this question in a while now. Monkey Inc. because Anki Monkey, a lot of my friends call me Anki Monkey, and so it just became Monkey Incorporated from there. A friend of mine actually sort of helped me pick out the name,
Nice one. Okay. The reason they're here is because they're in a caravan. That's right. And they've coined a name for the caravan in their inimitable style. We're going to come back and talk about that and more. It's UB40, Can't Help Falling in Love with You, 13 minutes past 9 a.m. My name is Hrishi K. It's actually originally an Elvis Presley song. I don't know how many of you know that. And redone to reggae effect by UB40. Rohith's in studio, Ankita's in studio. And for those of you who've just tuned in, one is Misfit Magellan, the other is Monkey Inc. Now... they're getting in a caravan and they're doing something really, really, really interesting. That's what we're going to delve into.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
So this is a caravan journey across India. What is the motive first and foremost? And then tell me what you call this beauty which you live in now.
The motto is to start caravanning culture in India. Like, people have to start traveling in caravans because motorcycle and cars have been done and dusted, in my opinion. I was in Europe. Anki was in South America at that time. I saw a lot of people traveling in caravans, and I said, why can't we do this in India? And the first person that I called was Anki. I'd met her only once before that.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we never
like
met.
where? Socially or at work?
There were 3-4 people along with us.
Pretty much socially.
It was social, yeah. And she was handling my social media account at that time. I was there in Europe because my internet was a little dodgy. So
and I needed pocket money to travel across South America, so any money was yes.
So hence I called her and I told her I don't know why I'm calling you, but this is the plan. Do you want to come? And she said yeah. And she also had a backstory of why Caravan.
Why Caravan? Because I, like a lot of us in India, I grew up reading Enid Blyton.
Of course.
And one of my favorite series was Five. So one of my favorite book was Five Go Off in a Caravan, and that was about these kids who meet this little gypsy girl and they go off on this mad adventure in a caravan. So when he spoke to me, it was a very base idea. Then it was just let's take a caravan and go across India. And I was yeah, man. I immediately jumped at it and I was this is amazing. It's almost like reliving a childhood dream. So I was yeah, let's do this.
And then the name of the caravan, where do you get it from?
It's funny because I drove the caravan down from wherever it was to Bangalore to fix it in there. And Anki
where was it?
It was in Pollachi, interiors of Pollachi in Tamil Nadu.
So in Tamil Nadu, yeah.
It was very difficult to scout that, but Droom.in helped us do that. So we came down towards Bangalore, and Anki has not seen the caravan. Very close to the caravan, I told her that we need to name something. She's what do you think? I was Kiro. And you want to tell why Kiro?
Oh God, I was just no, man. So he basically said Kiro because Anki and Rohith, and I'm I'm going to push you out of this auto right now. That is so lame. But he's man, I'm sure it means something in Japanese. And we looked it up and it actually means crossroads in Japanese.
What are you saying?
Yeah,
man?
Exactly.
What are the chances?
What are the chances?
Ankita, Rohith,
but I thought
Kiro.
this
Nonsense. So I was can't fight that.
Yeah,
so now the name has stuck.
Nice one. So where did you start? Then what is the official start? I mean, I know Pollachi was the start, but once you had it up and running, where did you start?
March 5th. We started from Bangalore, and it took us 10-15 days to basically rebuild the entire van into a caravan. So it's a 98 Matador. We converted that into a caravan. So that was a long 15 days, 10 days thing.
Really super hectic. We were working about almost 18 hours a day just to get the caravan up and running because we had to do everything ourselves, right? Right from peeling the paint off to applying the primer, the paint, pulling everything out, making the beds, the storage units, everything.
Do you have any helping hands?
We did. We did
have a bunch of friends who just came and helped us out.
We were very lucky that way.
But the van was in really good condition. So it was really good. We saw this in Droom and then we picked it up and it was perfect from there. So
okay. And
then the engine and stuff was pretty in good condition.
So what do you do for a loo, man? Is Mother Nature or have you put in a loo there?
No, it doesn't fit a loo inside that. So it's Mother Nature.
Also I refused to put a loo inside because I'm going to be traveling with two smelly boys. That is not happening.
That's enough to deal with as is.
Very without a loo in there. So it's usually we do rest stops on the way and stuff like that, and we're quite surprised as to how pretty good the sanitation is around here.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
quite surprising.
We always
Especially in the south of
underestimate
India,
it.
it's quite nice.
Yeah. So you started on the 5th, and then where have you traversed thus far?
Okay, so it was Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa, now Maharashtra. It's been a
It's been a while. And you've done it in quick time, man.
55 days.
52 days. Sweet. Okay, you have any questions, comments? They're all welcome. Actually, there is one. Ayyar Baba has asked, where is Will?
That's famous.
No, one second. Just set the tone for this. Who is Will? And since she also mentioned Smelly Boy, I imagine I'm not the second one. It's you and who else?
So William is an Irish investigative traveler who I have never met again.
What is an investigative traveler? I know an investigative journalist. He goes and does stories.
So he basically goes to far-flung lands where he says your mother doesn't want to go to, doesn't want you to go to. So he has been to Pakistan, he's been to Iraq, he's been to North Korea and stuff. So he tries to go to places that are are labeled as very negatively in media and stuff. And he wants to go there and actually see what people live like there. What a common man.
Basically has a death wish.
Yeah,
walking around with a death wish.
I called him when he was in Pakistan. And I told him that this is the plan. He's like, oh, let me hop on. And that's how Will came on board. mind.
How do you know him?
Mutual friends and acquaintance. A lot of people along the way have
We had
spoken
never
about
met him before the trip started.
Yeah,
So, we
so
met
it was good fun to
literally in the
get him
caravan.
down, and then we saw him in the caravan. He was here for 55 days. He left day before yesterday because his visa ran out. So
That answers your question, Ayyar Baba. Okay, your Facebook Live video shall be on, obviously, even after we go Facebook Live. And this time it will be on facebook.com/HRISHIKAY. That's HRISHIKAY on Facebook. We're still streaming audio live across the nation. www.onecast.in, numeral 1cast.in. 94.3 on the FM band on your radio sets. You're not going to hear us for a few minutes because we're going into Robert Palmer's Addicted to Love. We're going to do some messages and then come back with Rohith and Ankita. But you can send in questions or comments. I will read out everything in the end like I normally do. One, space your comment, space your name to 53650. 53650 is the in-studio SMS line. On facebook.com/radio1.mum, you pop it on the timeline inbox along with your name. And it's HRISHIKAY across social media. There again, any question, comment, welcome. See you in a bit. 9:23, I'm Hrishi K. Charlie Puth, done for me, along with Kelani. 9:35 on the clock. We're streaming video live on Instagram now at HRISHIKAY. Only if you're not driving, people. Still online all across the nation on www.onecast.in, numeral 1cast.in, 94.3 on the FM band on your radio sets. Rohith and Ankita, they're hanging around in a caravan, living in it for 100 days. What do you call it?
keto.
Keto, for obvious reasons. Ankita, Rohith, but then it also means
Crossroads in Japanese.
crossroads in Japanese.
Thank
More
God for
conversation.
that.
Thank God for that. More conversation.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Okay, now, so there are some interesting features. One is the fact that you have an open door policy.
Yeah.
And not just in conceptual terms, but in literal terms. Talk me through that.
Well, so we always wanted to host a lot of people and along the way, and that's one of the reasons why Caravan came up into existence for us, is because a lot of people have hosted me in my travels and I want them to come back here. So everyone has opened their doors for me. So I said, let's do this. But then what happened was, the day I was taking the van, I realized that there's no lock for the van. And we have this mechanism of opening the driver's seat window. There is a latch, open that, get inside, open the passenger seat latch, come inside, open that door, and then open the back door.
You have to do this each time around?
Yeah.
How many kilos have you lost
So,
already?
the exercise routine every morning is this. So, this is the strategy.
Yeah.
So
it's not as though it's unsafe. I mean, it's not as though everybody can get in.
No. If they can figure it out, good for them.
Good
They
for
deserve to, get in.
this is our version of Rubik's Cube. So, that's the password. Yeah.
Yeah, but you are really inviting people to come and join you. So, give me the mechanism on that. Ankita, how do they go about it? Whoever's listening.
So I think you just write to us, tell us why you should be on the caravan. Give us an interesting thing that you can bring to the caravan, and then we'll see.
Where do they write?
Instagram?
Yeah. On
Yeah, actually, you
Instagram,
guys are
we
very active on Instagram. So,
Yeah.
it's better that you give out your Insta handles now. Yeah.
So mine is monkey.inc. Monkey Inc. So
Mine is Misfit Magellan. It's MISFIT MAGELLAN.
So, just write to them and tell them that you'd like to join, and you have to make it funky.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it funny, make it wacky as to why you should be the third person. Can you accommodate more than 3, technically?
We can, but we prefer not to, especially because we are literally chasing the summers like the intelligent people we are. We've decided to chase the summers up India. So, we can accommodate about 4 or 5 people pretty comfortably, but we like to keep it at a 3.
Okay.
That's comfortable.
And you're sure you want to do this? I mean, considering you might get, some psychos. How are you going to do a background check?
So we
Isn't
are
it
the
better that you
psychos
just
there.
know each other?
Yeah,
You are.
we are the
psychos.
psychos. So, you guys, you be aware.
Yeah.
Think
is
about
so
what you're
funny.
getting yourself into.
You guys think of what
Yeah.
you're getting yourself into. So, I mean, it's not as though, you kind of knew Will, so the Irishman, so you called him, and you kind of knew Ankita, and you called her.
See, because
So,
we have social media presences, we know that we're not complete psychopaths. So it was that way, it was all filtered and stuff. This guy's not going to kill us. So it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, some interesting things happening. You had a pop-up, a food pop-up.
Yep.
tell me all about that. Where was this? Bandarkula Complex? BKC?
Yes. So basically, we did this food pop-up with Pooja Dhingra.
Dings, what's up? If you're listening to this, or we'll send you the SoundCloud of the interview later. Yeah, I love you.
So she was very, very sweet, and she was very, very kind, and she helped us bake cookies and brownies and macaroons. And the whole idea was to sort of take it to people and sell it, and whatever money we make out of it goes into a dog shelter in Bangalore called CUPA, CUPA. So what they do is they basically rehabilitate dogs that have been abandoned, that have been abused and stuff like that. So there are a lot of rescues, there's a lot of rehabilitation, amazing work happening in CUPA. So we kind of wanted to do our little bit and, give some sort of like money into the shelter so that the doggies get some help out of it. And Pooja immediately jumped on board. She was like, yeah, like absolutely, like I'm totally on for this and stuff. So we had like a small pop-up. So we converted our van into a food truck for a day and we sold this at BKC.
Nice one.
Yeah.
And you're also open to kind of open it up for like intimate gigs.
Yep.
So Rohith, done any thus far?
Not so far, but Jaipur is on cards for that. So we're doing something in the Sambar Lake with a band. We haven't confirmed the band, so we can't tell the name of the band. But
sure.
Yeah, so that's up next.
So how does that work? I mean, you don't have a stage in the Caravan.
The Caravan is the stage.
Get on top and do your thing. And all damages, you're not going to pay for damages if the bassist falls down and things like that.
No, but he's going to pay for the damages if anything happens to Kiro. So.
To Kiro. Lovely. We're going to do Cold Water, Major Lazer, Justin Bieber, and we're back with Rohith and Ankita and their Caravan Chronicles. In a caravan around India for 100 days. 9:40, I'm Hrishi K. 9:43, Cold Water, Major Lazer, and Justin Bieber. Rohith, Ankita in studio. They're doing their Caravan Chronicles in Kiro, the Caravan. They fondly refer to him or her as Kiro. 100 days around India. They started on the 5th of March. Doing pretty well thus far, yo. More conversation, and this time we're streaming video live on Twitter and Periscope at HRISHIKAY. Still online all across the nation, www.onecast.in, numeral1cast.in, and 94.3 on your radio sets in Mumbai City.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Come on now, tell me interesting travel stories thus far from the 5th of March to now, where you're here in Mumbai City.
Way too many. I'm going to talk about how things unfold from the driver's seat. So I'll be driving and everyone keeps staring at the van. And in hairpin bends, people just stare at it and they don't move. They don't give me way.
You just stop and stare.
That's it. Stop and stare for
like, what are you doing?
I'm like, can you move? It's like 1 minute. And
take one photo, then move.
The next common thing that happens is I'll be taking a nap in the back, the bed, and the windows at the time are open. Someone pops their head in. So there's one interesting incident. What happened was I was sleeping with my blanket on, and then suddenly one guy pops in, like he's just staring, and I took the blanket down. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, nothing. I'm just checking everything inside. You sleep. I'm like, okay. So I think
that is bizarre.
And this keeps happening every now and then. So, but do you want to talk about the Kerala thing?
Yeah, Ankita, come on, Kerala.
So basically, we got caught by the Kerala cops thrice in the 10-15 days we were in Kerala.
They don't like
thrice.
you.
They do not like us.
Twice.
I think my personal thing is that they just wanted a ride in the caravan. That's why they caught us. But we need to be blood related to travel in a caravan together. So William and I and Rohith obviously look very similar because we really don't.
Wow. Blood related
Exactly.
to travel. So one Irishman, one Chennaiite and one Bangalorean have to be related. Yeah.
So they caught us and they were like, pay us money. And we're like, dude, there's no way that's happening.
Yep.
So they're like, okay, come to the police station. We're like, yeah, let's go. So one policeman sat in front like with him, and he took us to the police station, and then they were like, yeah. So if it's not blood related, then the color of the van, like why is it this color, and do you have papers, la 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 la. Like they had like 100 questions to ask us, and then they were like, and we were like, we are not going to pay you guys. So they said, okay, let's go to the RTO office. We're like, come, let's go. So we literally spent like half a day sitting there and just chilling with them and just trying to explain what the caravan was, what we are doing and all of that. And finally the RTO office screamed at the police officer saying that, why are you harassing these poor guys? Let them go. And he followed us on Instagram and Facebook. So like, yeah.
So all's well that ends well. But, it could be spooky, but, at times. You know, out there in the wild. So what do you do? I mean, do you park at night or do you still drive through the night?
No. We park at night. So we have campsites. So we don't do wild camping yet for most of the nights. We do park in campsites from Camp Monk, who has like campsites across India.
Okay.
So we park through that. And it grabs a lot of eyeballs because it's a 98 Matador. You know, it's orange color. It looks like a VW bus. So people keep looking at it and saying, what is this doing on an Indian road? You know, so it's there. It's always there.
So we've been asked a lot, like, what do we do about the whole sleeping situation? So I kind of want to address that. It's a mix of three things. So either we have like campsites, so we sort of like just crash for the night there. Sometimes we just sleep inside the van, and the other times we pitch our own tent. So sometimes we have campsites which have nothing. There's just like 4 bathrooms, and it's just the ground. Like there's nothing else. So we pitch our own tent. So it's like a mixture of the three.
Wow.
Yeah.
And baths are what, once in 3 days or once in 2 days?
Yeah, once in 2 days we've been pretty comfortably been able to like manage that.
Yeah, because you know that you can't necessarily always do in a Shulabh Sauchalaya. You know what I mean?
No.
I mean that you've got to wait to the right place. I mean it's not just like the call of nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she has to push me to take bath.
Yeah, I really have to. I'm just like, bro, I don't even need the wind to blow anymore. Like, I can just smell you.
Yeah.
Please.
And how much DO can one person keep using? You know what I mean?
Doesn't even use that.
Rohit, come on, get your action on. Okay, guys, we're gonna actually have one last leg of conversation. Post the messages and some music. So this really is your last opportunity to get some messages, some comments, or some questions in. For Rohith and Ankita, we're doing 100 days in a caravan across India. One space your comment or one space your question and your name to 53650. 53650 is the in-studio SMS line. On Twitter as well as Facebook, you go to the search bar, you type HRISHIKAY, I'll pop up, you tweet out your question or comment, post on the timeline inbox along with your question and comment. Facebook.com/radio1.mum. Pop it on the timeline inbox along with your name and you're good to go. So see you in a bit. 9:48. I'm Hrishi K.
94.3 Radio 1.
I love the way Rob Thomas spits out his lyrics. Matchbox 20, If You're Gone. Fag end of the interview. Rohith and Ankita are in a caravan for 100 days. The Caravan Chronicles. Yeah. A last leg of conversation. I got some interesting questions from you guys.
This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
Radio 1.
Okay, it's obviously one of your friends. Last 4 digits 9129. Hi Hrishi, I know Ankita. She had collaborated with us for a few journeys in South America with Travel Libro. She's amazing and she's an amazing and spunky woman traveler. It's not often you get called spunky. Yo, spunky and unky. Unky spunky. What is spunky, man? What's a spunky woman? Well, it's cool. Yeah, thank you. Last 4 digits. You have an inkling who it might be. You said, right?
Malad.
Could be Malad.
Yeah,
Could
Malad.
be. Okay.
Yeah.
It's mysterious.
Yeah.
Okay, last 4 digits 8575. Do you take 1 or 2 days break or is it continuous? What about expenses? Have you put an air condition in? Is when it's too hot outside? What do you do? How many days have passed? My God, that's a lot of questions. So let's go one by one. Do you take like a 1 day break or a 2 day break?
We take more than 2 days break actually. So we like to explore the place and spend a lot of time there. So it's more than 2 days actually. So
Okay.
slow travel. I'll do it. So we've been traveling for like 55 days now, but the major expense was to build the caravan and do the interiors. So buy the caravan and do the interiors. So Droom.in is one of our title sponsors. So they helped us out with that. But also we got the caravan from Droom.in. So they had a lot of history, background checks and everything. So it was amazing to like pick it up from there. Other than that, regular expenses are fuel. It's a diesel vehicle. So it gives us 18 liters mileage. So it's amazing. So, and then food. But we cook our food most of the night.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What is it? Is it Maggie or is it a proper, sometimes good South Indian food?
Yeah, we do have ready-to-eat meals and stuff. So we usually do that. Or there's like quick stuff, you know, omelets and bread and sometimes Maggie, yeah.
Yeah, there are nights when this Irish fellow used to tell that I'll do a stew and it'll take like the entire night. We'll eat it in the day. But yeah, we do that. So these are the major expenses. But
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you put an air condition in when it's too hot outside? What do?
we didn't put an air condition because the dynamo doesn't take so much power. So the air conditioner is no. What do you do when we don't?
So
Yep.
we have our natural air conditioning, which is our beautiful windows on either side. So those are our air conditioning. We do have 2 fans, which basically spew out hot air on our faces. So those are usually off. But yeah, it's usually just the windows open.
Okay. And there's one more. How many exact days have passed? So what, you've been on 55 days on the road?
55, yeah.
So, yeah.
55.
Okay. Ritu Bajaj on Twitter. Damn good, Rohith and Ankita. Inspiring. I'm off to Himachal tomorrow. Can you recommend good campsites en route from Simla to Sangla Valley? I would be staying close to Shimla, so some camping sites there too, ? Rohith.
Campmonk.com is the best place to go.
Campmonk.com.
Campmonk. CAMPMONK is the best place to go. It's a campsite aggregator who's also tied up with us in the trip. So they would definitely have all the answers for the questions that you're asking for.
Vijay Venkatesh, my dream to do just this. You guys are amazing. Yes, you just said that. Amazing too, she says. Thank you, Vijay. Okay, where for from here? Ankita, where do you guys go now?
We head down to Lonavala to just cool off a little bit, and then we are chasing the summers, as we told you. So we're going to be going up Gujarat and then hitting Rajasthan for a bit, Delhi, and then up all the way till Leh.
Nice,
Plan,
nice. So that will round up your 100 days.
Yeah.
So have the folks just given up on you? Families, parents?
Pretty much. Pretty much.
So we got our own home, so
Now they're just thankful that I'm traveling with someone.
Yeah.
That I'm not by myself, just like with one backpack off somewhere in the middle of nowhere. So now at least they're like, okay, Rohith is there. So
Yeah,
it's
to
fine.
take care. Yeah. What about you, Rohith? The folks?
2-wheel to 4-wheel, so they're a little happier.
At least there's a covering. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's amazing. Listen, you guys, this has been so much fun. And just where people can follow your journey, incidentally, we're going to put them on air every Tuesday just after the interview of the day around 10 in the morning. On Tuesday as well as Friday. So you guys might want to listen to this. So them on the road, Rohith and Ankita, twice a week. We'll try and do about 5 or 10 minute bursts, depending on how well their journey is doing. Yeah. But other than that, where can they follow you, see all the pictures, what's happening? So all the IDs again. Ankita.
So we are at The Caravan Chronicles on Instagram, and we are Caravan Chronicle on Facebook. I am Monkey Inc., which is MONKYINC, monkey.inc on Instagram, and Monkey Inc. on Facebook.
I'm Misfit Magellan on Instagram and Twitter. That's MISFITMAGLLAN, and The Lone Wanderer on Facebook.
Cheers, you guys. All the best. Yeah. Kelly
Thank
Clarkson.
you.
What
Thank you.
what doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Yep.
10:04. I'm Hrishi K.